All right, so we're gonna do a little short series here on the Bend It Fishing channel. My lake trout season is closed, so I like to target all sorts of other species between now and when we get hard water, which basically is like the right after Thanksgiving here in the United States. And New Hampshire has a trophy program where we have 23, I think, freshwater species and then some saltwater species where you can actually take a picture and a catch and release of a big fish here in New Hampshire, and then you get a little patch or a pin from the state. I think it's a patch. You got to submit the picture and all that jazz. I'll leave a link I'll post a picture of all the species right now. I stumbled upon a giant school of crappie. It was not the plan today, but that's what we're targeting today. I'll show you some Livescope footage here in a minute. I just kind of was scrolling around looking for other species, and they're absolutely stacked. Let's go. So we're just gonna bomb a cast out there 40 feet, and we're gonna stay above these fish as much as we can. Kind of just like lake trout here. And I don't know where my cast went to, which is crucial. Got him anyway. So this lake has some absolute toads in it, like that one right there. Which I know for a fact is not 14 inches. Pitch back out there. We're using the Winnie kit, which is a 2-inch swim bait. And they are right underneath us, which is what we don't want, but that's what we got currently. And sometimes the bigger ones will hang off the rest of the group, so I target that one that's on the far right there. Got him. Just lift it into him. Another short. We might have to move schools to get a bigger fish out of here. I don't know yet. What I found is the bigger ones hang real tight to the log or structure. Now we get a little hair jig tied on. Come on. Just the slightest little bite here. Just a slab. Not very big. All kind of dispersed now. About 9 of them chasing it. Come on. One of them made it and I missed it. Josh, a little one. We are right on top of these guys now. Not ideal, but a lot of crappie like dead sticked presentations where it's like just above their head, barely moving. That's a bigger one for sure, or he's fouled. Giant freaking gill. What? What? Pumpkin seed. or bluegill. 8 inches or 10 inches. I don't know how big this is, but it's freaking massive. It is a 9.5 inch bluegill. Look at the size of that thing. Come back. He's sliding my camera. That could be what's biting me and not like actually getting hooked, because they are notorious for just like tapping, just sucking in the bait just a little bit and spitting it out before you even realize it. I'm gonna drop it down right through him here, and then I got a couple following me down here. That's crazy. Stopping right at the thermocline. Don't know what species that is quite yet. Yeah, it's a monster crappie. I don't know if he's gonna turn. He's not 14. He's not 14, I know that. 14 just are built different. Got him. Another big gilly, but not too big. Not enough to stab my hands and get punctured. Trying to see if there's a third species mixed in here, sometimes a fourth. Perch will usually be, yellow perch will be on the bottom. Whites will sometimes, they'll be suspended. So that was an up hit. So I'm feeling my rod, and then I'm also watching my rod. This is not a crappie rod, by the way. Oh, it's a tree. I can actually see it. That's either a big crappie or a white perch. I think that's it, boys. I think that's it. There's no way that doesn't go 14. Oh, I don't know. It's big. It's big, it's big, it's big. It's a freaking tank for sure. I don't think it's gonna go 14. No. 13 and a quarter. 13 and a quarter slab though. Another crappie. Not very big. Big enough to eat. That's another big one. That one is super freaking heavy. Jeez. Don't know if he'll go though. I don't think so. I don't. Another 13 and a half, folks. 3, 2, 1. Another crappie! Inside one side of the boat, out the other side of the boat. Hopping over back to the other side. Got him. Just gonna lift. Feels like a big one. Pull and drag. Another absolute slab. Bam! Not big enough. 13er. All right, one more fish out of here. And then we'll go try to find another school. So I caught one earlier off camera that was like 13 and a half, but it was, they were lone wolfing it. There's just a pair of them out in the middle of nowhere. Got him. Those bigger ones just like barely freaking bite it, and I dropped him. What the heck was that? So crappie have this annoying ability to up hit your jig so your line actually goes slack, which is a field bite or a sight bite, right? And they also have this annoying ability to pick up your jig and like swim up and away with it. So I've been looking at Sonar, not so much open water fishing, but ice fishing. And literally the fish is swimming away with my jig. I'm like, where'd my jig go? Because I just wasn't paying attention. So they can be annoying fish for sure. I don't know where my jig is right now, actually. All right, one more here and then we'll move and we'll come back to these guys. What normally happens is I leave fish to go find fish and I never actually find more fish than my first spot. All right, we have finally found our target species for the day. And they are over there, glued to bottom. And we are hovering just above them with the jig. They haven't seen me yet. Got it. There's another one right there. These things fight so freaking hard on light tackle. And they're so big. And so these right here, folks, are white perch. And I will pull up. Stop. Right there, folks, is a white perch. Now, I will pull up the Latin name for that because I posted these fish a few years ago and it created a bunch of confusion of what species they actually are. And I'll pull up the Latin name right now. You can go look at what you call yours, like sand bass and a bunch of other things. It is not a sand bass. It is a white perch, which are directly related to striped bass here in New England. So we got a big school in front of us here. Let's see if we can get on top of them. I might be able to switch to a heavier jig. They seem to like this one so far, so. But they are a hungry species. They are pelagic. They kind of just roam around the lake, so they're really hard to find. Been kind of looking for them all day. And they're normally, I guess they don't always suspend. Whatever that is big. Oh my goodness. Take another cast here. We were supposed to be finding these fish before the wind picked up, and of course that didn't happen. I found a bunch of crappie in a different video this morning, but they are just compressed right together. Come on. I mean, like legit pull drag. They are some super hard fighters. And we're looking for a 15-incher today. That would be trophy size here for New Hampshire. So I'm gonna put on a slightly bigger jig here to get down there quicker. Might have to switch back, but that's all right. There's a bunch of them down there. We might not like the bigger jig, I don't know yet. I also don't know if they eat stuff off bottom. Got it. Small one. Not in the boat, not in the boat, not in the boat. Got him. That's a bigger one for sure. If it's not a lake trout, it's a giant white perch. Not big enough, folks. Not big enough. Not big enough, but a perky white perch. Dropping right on their heads, folks. Right on their heads. Yeah, another one, not a very big one. Jeez Louise. Almost snapped my wrist for this little guy over here. They like that. They like that a lot. Just kind of like raise it up through them. All right, we ran out of time to catch trophies for both fish, so I don't know if I'm gonna come back out again or not, but we are getting blown off the lake with crazy whitecaps. We gotta go. Thanks for watching.